I've been fishing, and before I get changed, keeping these clothes on, I'm going to spend some time in the garden. I've got a few projects that I want to catch up on, and in many ways it's never ending, is it, when you mess about in the garden? But if you enjoy it like I do, it's always a labour of love and never a burden. I've got a leak in that small pond down there. It's towards the top, but what I am going to do is to get the pond out, lay down some polythene, a couple of sheets of that, good strong polythene as well, and then just put the pond back in. So a very cheap and not so quick but very effective way of dealing with the leak. I've removed the water. It was smelly anyway, did need a good spring clean before the amphibians return. Now I'm going to get the liner itself out. It's a preformed one. You can see what the weight of the water has done there. And also what our soil is like. I've actually got 4 layers of polythene there, so this repair will certainly outlive me. If I carry on like that, it might not be too long, has it? It's looking quite good now. Obviously lots of growing to take place around the edges, but give it a few weeks, a month or so, and it'll look like it's always been there. I'm going to take a break now and have some lunch before I carry on with the rest of the garden. What are you doing for me? Wraps. Very good. And do you remember the last time we were in the kitchen and we filmed? Just a day or so ago. Well, Bill Capps has posted on YouTube just now, and he said I should wash and dry a lot more, and then I can ask for a Shimano bait caster.
There you go.
So after you've done my wraps, leave the dishes or the knives or forks or whatever you use, and I'll do them afterwards, and then I'll order a Shimano. Can't I just have one? You go with a pair of Shimano bait casters tonight.
I think it quite works that way, just a couple of plates.
If anybody else got any more suggestions, I'll just put them to Debbie and see what she says. Shimano bait caster, only cheap, only about £3.50 or something like that.
I believe that one. I was born yesterday.
Back where I started from, and I've been in the garden for hours this afternoon. You know what it's like. You start something, you get into it, and you keep going, don't you? Thoroughly enjoyed it. Let's take a little look, shall we, at the fruit of my labours. There's the first pond, looking very good indeed. I also did some tidying up around the second pond as well. This is the main one. And I've just noticed the first amphibian of the year in the garden. Common frog up the corner. Let's take a closer look. So I've tidied up all the way around there. Looks good, and it'll look even better when things start to grow. Actually, we've got 2 locked together there. That's fantastic. We'll have our first spawn in due course. Still work to be done here, as indeed is the case anyway, isn't it? When you do the garden, it's all ongoing. But I've cleared a lot of the ivy that was taking root, and we've got some ramsons coming through, otherwise known as wild garlic, and I can smell it. It's great. And this will be a mass of white flowers in a month or so's time, or even less, because we're very mild at the moment. Again, lots of clearing there. I've got 3 huge bags full of leaves and twigs. Lots of stuff coming through. Should we take a closer look? Starting with the snowdrops. And then I've put some forget-me-nots in. Several clumps of those. A daffodil ready to bloom. More snowdrops, and either side, forget-me-nots. That'll take well and spread.